Welcome back to our YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. Day 2 of Ruto's tour in Mount Kenya was just full of drama and ridicule. You see, there are things we've known about Mount Kenya, but today the finer details were really revealed. I expected that today in Sagana, leaders will converge together to talk about real issues. Of course, I knew the number one issue would be hakuna nusu mkate, hakuna handshake, hakuna maandamano. That is okay because that is the type of politics that can make some of the leaders in Mount Kenya popular. But I expected that apart from that, they would at least talk about the coffee menace and the unfinished and completed water projects and even the roads there. I did see that happening. Now, one thing that has really caught our attention is the manner in which William Ruto rewarded the Nyeri residents for voting for him in the last elections. He gave them a delicacy. Nyama kwa wali. Kwa Kiswahili sanifu, I'm told it is rice and meat. And they were really enjoying it. People are complaining that this has exposed them because it feels, or it seems that these people are very hungry behind that happy facade. They don't want to expose themselves, but they have exposed themselves today because a serious man who has got food cannot go to a state lodge to enjoy such a delicacy. So it has really exposed them. And this is the kind of cheap politics that we must eradicate in our country. Being bribed by a meal, a plate of nyama na waru na mchele is not something that we can really be serious. Kenya cannot progress on this. And then there were several leaders, including the clergy, that were just confused and they lost direction. But the man you see on your screen is my hero. This man is the Othaya member of parliament and his name is Michael Wambugu Wainaina. If there are few voices that spoke when it was unpopular, if there are a few voices who reminded Ruto of his clarion call, what he's supposed to do, what is ailing his government, it is this man you see here. When everyone was confused, praising William Ruto, talking about Tweni Njamba, talking about kangumu kwa opposition, hatutaki hii, hatutaki maandamano, this man took the podium and told William Ruto that yes, we no longer have the demonstrations, but it didn't end there. This man talked about a monster that is entrenched in Ruto's government, something that no one would dare remind him. A monster that eating into his government, taking away our hard-earned cash, and that is corruption. He told William Ruto in fact, this man almost stole the show because it was a choreographed show for people to praise William Ruto. Mungu amekupatia hii uongozi. Oh, unajua tulipigwa, wengine hawakuamini ungekuwa hapa, lakini wewe uko hapa leo, vitu kama hizo. This is what this man said that has really caught my attention. Wainaina, after giving that speech, and of course he praised William Ruto, then he spoke one of the most published, if you ask me, should be published speeches that Mheshimiwa Rais, tukafungua kazi tukiamini ule mtu ako pale mbele anaangalia maslahi yetu. Mheshimiwa Rais, tumeacha mambo ya maandamano na imeisha. Ile kitu moja Mheshimiwa Rais iko nyuma yetu na ile inatusumbua sana, yafaa kung'ang'ana nayo, ni mambo ya corruption. Ile kazi yote umefanya Mheshimiwa Rais, mbele yako iko sawa, na kuna mnyama ako nyuma ya ile kazi yote umefanya, atakuja amemenye. Akamwambia, yes, you've done a good job. Na alikuwa anamwambia ya kwamba ile siku ulisema watu waendelee na kazi, wasiendelee na maandamano, sisi tulifungua duka zetu, tulifungua mabiashara tukijua ya kwamba wewe uko mbele, uko hapo mbele, uko juu ya ushukani na unatujali na unajali maslahi yetu. Apart from that phrase, he told William Ruto something that I don't think there is anyone who would dare tell him. He told him this, we believe you're doing a good job, but behind you kuna mnyama, there is an animal, a monster, a beast that will annihilate, rubbish everything that you have done, and this is corruption. And he told William Ruto, now that you are lucky that the demonstrations have been suspended, do the rightful thing, fight corruption. In fact, it is only that you must speak to a president in a manner that befits his position. You can't shout at him, you can't chide him. He reminded him in the most, in the politest way possible. But if you look deeper, and this is the reason I'm telling you, Wainaina is my hero. William Ruto brags of a growing economy. They inherited, they say, a very ailing economy, and they are saying that they are on the right course. They are saying that the demonstrations are curtailing their efforts to grow our economy. Yet we know that we have a bunch of corrupt government officials that are dining with William Ruto on the high table. We know people who have got cases behind them, and the cases were stopped, withdrawn, under the guise of shoddy investigation, under the guise that these people are being targeted because they were supporting William Samoei Ruto. We know of people who are arraigned in court, charged and judged to serve jail terms. They have been released because of the presidential powers to pardon. We know people who have been corrupt, yet they are incorporated in this government. And this only means that William Ruto is condoning corruption. Government has got full intelligence and they know who is corrupt. And people are saying that if you are dining with William Ruto, it doesn't matter, he will rub your back and he will erase everything. All the corrupt footprints will be rubbed. And this man is telling William Ruto, it is high time you stop corruption. If we don't stop the corruption, we have seen IMF giving us money, the World Bank giving us money with conditions. If this man is not taken care of, it is going to go deep into people's pockets. We have seen the cases of Aurora and Kimorer. The witness, after giving an exposé, recanted all the testimonies about the people who are charged. We have seen people, that means that all those who are charged in Kimorer will be incorporated into government. They are going to be freed. They are going to be vindicated. Already, in the proposed housing deductions, the 1.5%, people are asking, how safe is our money? How safe is our money? Because this money is going to go into people's pockets. Huyu mnyama, huyu mnyama lazima tukabiliane naye. Because this is what is ailing us. When people, in fact, when you ask people, they will tell you that sometimes people don't fear paying taxes, but we have to get value for the taxes that we pay. In some countries, people are really taxed. But if you look at the roads, the infrastructure, if you look at the hospitals and the facilities that are there, you will never hear doctors going on strike. There are places where they even have electric trains. You could be staying in Mombasa, but you are working in Nairobi. So that you are in your own village home. Ushago pale mashinani. Unalima mboga zako hapo, unafanya but you are working in Nairobi. Because the government put into good use the money that wananchi are being taxed. If you go to the hospitals, facilities are there. Wachana na hii yenye wengine wanafanya kazi kwa gava, hakuna hospitali yake, hakuna madawa kwa hospitali ya umma, lakini ukienda kwake ile hospitali ya binafsi unapata kuna madawa. Some of them are indicated GOK, Government of Kenya or Ministry of Health. It is very traumatizing that you are being forced to pay taxes by force, and when you go to demonstrate against it, you are also being killed. Yet the money itself is not safe. There is a very emotional speech that the Speaker of the Senate gave about Mr. Amason King, telling William Ruto that kangumu, people will complain, but they will see the reward after some times. He was likening it to a boil. When someone has got a boil and you have to squeeze it so that the person can get well. When you're squeezing, he's saying it's very painful. The person can bite you, can beat you, but after he has healed and is well, he will come and praise you. If William Ruto is not careful, he will not realize this dream. And if there is one thing that is going to give William Ruto a lot of headache in 2027 are the promises that he gave Kenyans. Because all the money, all the projects. So already you saw Madam Wahome or in the Ministry of Water saying they are unable to complete their projects. It means it was a lie. People are demanding for tangible projects. And this can only be realized if we fight corruption. We have government officials who are very corrupt, but they feel safe under the shadow of William Samoei Ruto. So when everyone was afraid of praising William Ruto and unajua, Wainaina spoke out, and I know the manner in which he did it was in a way that you cannot even say that anamkosesha Bwana Rais heshima. And we need more of these leaders. I only liken him to Wamushomba, because those are the only people from UDA who have come out and said, in the interest of the public, we must call you to order. And let me tell you, those are the true friends of the president. One who tells you the way it is. Lakini wale wanakudanganya huko sio marafiki zako. So Mr. President must look for this man. He is his friend. And we need more people to tell him the truth.